PDP, we have a guest who will be talking about the major stories on the major pages of the newspaper, most especially the wave of defections that we have in the political landscape of Nigeria that has threatened the political structures in the country. And to do that with us this morning, we have the gubernatorial candidate of the Labour Party in Oyo State in the year 2023, in person, for Mr. Taufik Akinwale. Good to have you in the studio this morning, sir.
Thank you very much. It's my pleasure being here.
Good morning, sir. Welcome to DayBreak Live on Dominion Television.
Good morning, ma. It's my pleasure here.
I want to talk about the current wave of defection in the country. We have talked about the history of defection in the country. We have talked about how this started during the First Republic, Second Republic. We have always had defections. But recently, we have seen defections that has threatened the political structure of some political parties. We have seen a whole cabinet in Delta State collapsed into the APC. We have seen a sitting governor in Akwa Ibom State publicly endorsing the president, saying, we are with you on this one. And then the question is, will this current wave of defection affect the political parties they are living, especially the PDP? How badly is this wave of defection going to affect the People's Democratic Party in the country?
Thank you very much. I want to start by saying that you have put it in the very good perspective by went to memory lane on the issue of joining parties. I want to say joining parties because it has been a tradition and it has been part of politicking. So it isn't anything new. So to say, in the case of Delta, it is unprecedented in the sense that the entire government, had to join another party. This is unprecedented, and there's no history that matches, this kind of arrangement. As a politician, I now went to the rationale behind it. Now discovered that, remember somebody who happened to be governor and was revered to as Governor General during his days. I think he actually was a governor when the president, incumbent, was also governor of Lagos State. And that is best of James Ibori. James Ibori was in prison in London or anywhere, I don't know, outside the country, and was still an influencer in the states.
Political landscape in the states.
Exactly. So he installed Governor Okowa. He installed Governor Okowa. That was the beginning. So, and Governor Okowa was so loyal to Ibori, and that was why he was given a very rousing welcome when he came back from prison. So, and they continued in that line to the extent that they both decided on the incumbent governor to be the candidate of the party. So, and as a long-time ally of the president, James Ibori, had to approach the president on giving soft landing for Okowa, because Okowa is facing
also having issues with the FCC.
With the FCC, and a very huge one for that matter.
Over $1 billion. I will check the figures.
It could be $1 billion naira.
It's billions of naira.
Billions of naira. So, and somebody who knows what could have been the consequences of such an huge case need to come down to Ibori and tell Ibori to plead on behalf of him before the president. And you know, politics is who takes what, when, and how. You just have to, you know, play along. So, and the result is what we are seeing. It's an unprecedented.
You are saying Okowa and his successor used what they have to get what they need.
Want. They need. That's all it. That does it.
Protection from the president.
From
against the EFCC.
Of course. That does it. So it's not about anything but about self. Politics is about self first. You should protect yourself first.
Self first before the people.
Exactly.
So politics is not about public service.
It is about public service.
Humanity.
But somebody who is going to do public service must be positioned in a way to actually deliver to the public.
Do the politicians actually do public service?
Yes, they do. Some of them do.
Oh, great. Some of them. So
Yes, not all of them.
I think we agreed on some of them.
Yes, some of them do.
Let's go back to memory lane, talking about defections in Nigeria and how catastrophic it has been for some political parties. Atiku Abubakar, one of the most prominent cross-carpeters, has moved between PDP, ACN, APC and back to PDP multiple times since 1999. Bukola Saraki, the former governor of Kwara State, who was also at one time the Senate president, left the PDP for APC in 2014, then returned to PDP in 2018. Aminu Tambuwa, former speaker of the House and current governor of Sokoto State, left PDP for APC in 2014, then returned to PDP in 2018. Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, former governor of Kano State, moved from PDP to APC and back to PDP, now leader of the NNPP, right there. Godswill Akpabio, the current Senate president of Nigeria, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, left PDP for APC in 2018. He is still a member of the APC. And now, Godwin Obaseki versus Oshiomhole of Edo State. In 2020, Governor Obaseki defected from APC to PDP after internal conflicts with party leaders, particularly Adams Oshiomhole. And then he won his seat under the PDP, his return ticket. And now, Peter Obi left the PDP in 2022 to contest the 2023 presidential election under the Labour Party. Now, there is a legal framework. The Constitution, Section 68, subsection 1G of the Nigerian Constitution prohibits elected legislators from defecting unless there is a division in their party. However, this law is often loosely interpreted or ignored. Governors, senators, and representatives often cross-carpet with little consequence due to legal loopholes and weak enforcement. Now, let's talk about the legal loophole that has affected this constitution and how Nigerian politicians have been able to use that lacuna to their own advantage. They know nothing is going to happen if they cross-carpet. Legislators are moving from one political party to the other. Nothing has happened in Nigeria.
So the judiciary should like interpret. We're asking if the judiciary to interpret this, you know, more strictly on this division. There must only be division before you can defect. And
is the
you
law
are also
strict
a lawyer,
enough
sir,
on politicians in Nigeria?
Obviously, going by your submission, there was a kind of crack currently in the PDP. So they can use that one to justify their stand.
Oh.
Because now there are two factions now in PDP. The Supreme Court has agreed that one person is the authentic secretary and members of NWC, National Working Committee, insisted that it is another person who they recognize as the, secretary for the party. That is enough to cause, a kind of requirement a kind of requirement by the Constitution that could be a reason for you to actually, join
forces with
other party.
So why does this always happen?
It is natural.
This faction things happens a lot in Nigeria.
It is natural. It happens in Nigeria because democracy has not been matured enough.
Since 1999,
yes,
the return of democracy.
How many years?
Yes,
It's not
it is still
matured
not
enough.
mature
it's not matured enough because it took America 200 years to be matured.
Okay, so we need to
Like-
get, maybe we have to get 300
we
years.
are getting some now. We are not getting others. let me tell you this. In a situation where you're talking about people cross-carpeting or people joining parties, you are talking about a political party that has that kind of creed, that kind of philosophy, that kind of ideology that can sustain the test of time. We are not talking about porous constitution. We are not talking about porous ideologies. We are not talking about various unsustainable ideals by various political parties, especially in Nigeria. Formation of political parties in Nigeria, the one we are holding now since 1999, the constitutions of 3 political parties was drafted by one individual. All the political parties then, talking about PDP, talking about APP then, we're talking about ACN then, or AC, or AD, sorry.
Who drafted this constitution?
The late Bola Ige drafted all these constitutions. So you're talking about if you are talking about an ideal situation, people will not be cross-carpeting because you must have aligned with the theme, the intention, the rationale behind formation of that political party before you join. But this time around, we are talking about individuals who governs us. We're not talking about political ideals.
Now, let me ask you this question.
You cannot, but when your own idea of politicking, your own way of thinking in terms of politics, or your own interest is not protected in a particular party, you cannot but to live, because there is free movement.
You can leave a political party.
Exactly.
And nothing will stop you.
Nothing will stop you.
There's no law under any political party.
Nothing.
No standing rule.
No standing rule that you cannot leave.
And then where is the place of political ideology is for an individual that joins a political party? You join the progressive party because you feel like you have the same identity, and all of a sudden you decide to leave, go to a conservative, join Labour.
That's what I'm telling you, that we only name those political parties progressive and
it's just by name.
It's by name.
It's a bold claim you are making this morning.
Exactly.
So the progressives are not progressive at all.
I'm telling you, they are progressive in the way of division, in terms of...
Or progressive for themselves alone?
No. They are progressive in terms of, segregating them from other political parties.
Are you saying when you joined Labour, you joined because you just want to join the political party to win an election?
The reason why I joined Labour that period was because I was a senior civil servant.
At the time?
At the time. So I felt, okay, which political party is relevant to my union? Because I was a member of senior civil servants. So as a result, okay, I felt like, okay, Labour Party was formed by NUC and NLC. NUT, no, Nigeria Union, Nigeria Labour Congress,
NLC.
and NLC, and TUC. They are the one that formed the Labour Party. In fact, the 3 reasons why Labour movement was formed in this country was, 1, to protect the welfare of the workers, to equally advise, suggest ideals that will bring about progress and growth of Nigeria economy. The 3rd one is that they also can seize power. So that's why they formed political party called Labour Party.
So did this
and the reason why I joined was because that was the place I belonged as at that time.
Meaning you can cross-carpet to another political party.
I'm already in another party.
Which political party are you now?
I'm already in another party.
Which party is that?
Because it is not something that we have to wait for. 2 weeks or thereafter, 2 weeks or 3 weeks after the election, I joined APC.
Why did you join APC from Labour? Are you saying what you saw, or the mandate, or these highlights you gave us now about the Labour Party?
The reason why I joined APC at that time was because I want to go for an election. And the Constitution has not allowed individuals to come for an election. So I needed a platform.
So the platform of Labour Party wasn't it for you anymore?
No, I was no longer a civil servant.
Oh,
So
you joined that just because you were a civil servant?
Yes, it is about, I just told you now why I joined.
So you have joined the APC because you want to...
I have always been APC.
Does that mean that your ideals for joining the political
I
party
am
you were
telling you
before
that
has
I've
changed?
always been APC.
You have always been an APC member.
And I've always been a member of APC.
You needed a place to contest.
But because I left political terrain, I became a civil servant.
So
I
you
became a
joined Labour Party.
technocrat. You understand? I became a career officer. So I joined the party that suits my situation at that time. So in essence, people belong to political parties of their choice based on their interests.
So for now, I mean, you are in APC, you could, tomorrow, your ideals will change and you move.
No,
to some other party.
my ideal remains. If I couldn't make my ideas in any political party, I leave.
All right.
It's a freedom of movement.
Okay, you mentioned something about constitution made by Chief Bola Ige, the late Chief Bola Ige. Now I'm asking, are you advocating for a new constitution? You think that constitution is not working anymore?
What I'm saying in essence is that just one person made the constitution of all three political parties as at that time.
So you
cannot say that it is a different thought. It is all the same thought. That's what I'm telling you. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
So wherever you go, you are. It depends on your choice and
let me now
your
ask,
interest.
should there be a strict rule that goes against anyone that tries to cross carpet from one political party, especially if you are an office holder in Nigeria who has been democratically elected to fill a political space?
Like the Constitution said that you can leave, except if you can't leave. You can leave the party if there is a crack. And the Constitution allows it, and there is division. And there is obviously there is a division in PDP.
Can the PDP survive this tsunami?
Of course, they cannot survive
They cannot survive
it.
I doubt it because of the president. The president knows the nitty-gritty of politics more than any other person as at now.
You are saying nobody can defeat the president in the next election?
Nobody. I can say it clearly. Nobody. The president is somebody that has gone through necessary tutelage. He passed through all our leaders, and he has waited so, patiently and also meticulous about coming to be president.
The then president.
You could recall that he was not favorable as a candidate of the APC. You remember, everybody knows that Destiny just played his role.
Destiny played, or he played a game?
Of course.
Was that Destiny or
both? Both. If he played his game and Destiny does not allow him, you cannot make it.
Who says Destiny allowed it?
Because it happened.
No.
Because it happened.
You know how Nigerian politics are now.
Whatever they play it, he played along and he made it. So you
feel nobody else can stand.
As of today, the person who was not in the government and whose president did not favor him could, whatever he did that made him to be flag bearer of that party. And after it was obvious that people wanted change.
Did we get the change?
That time.
Did we get the change?
And we couldn't even effect the change.
Okay.
And he made it. Now that he's in government, that he controls all the institutions.
Is there a change?
There can never be. All the institutions, name it. Is the commander-in-chief of armed forces, president of Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he just wanted to become. He is not like Goodluck.
The then president Ebele Jonathan.
He's not like Goodluck. He's not like Goodluck.
He lost the election.
He didn't know much about politics. He was drafted in to to be deputy governor. He was destiny just made
it was just lucky.
He was a lucky. That is his name. Good luck. He was a lucky man. So he didn't pass through all these routines that the incumbent president has passed through. This man has been, on ground for so long. He has made so many people. He has made, currently, he holds the National Assembly. Currently, he has so many governors as, his
allies.
Exactly. Even in the other
Opposition.
political parties. You don't know what is going on.
So are you saying
you don't know what is going on.
Are you saying Bola Tinubu is the best Nigeria can have
He's
right now?
not the best.
Okay.
But he's going to be the next president. That's what I'm saying.
Whether you like it or not. Whether Nigerians like it or not.
No, we will like it because what he's doing.
But a lot of Nigerians are complaining right now.
Of course, people will complain because, you see, let me tell you a scenario.
Okay.
Nigeria is like this. We are wearing a cloth, and that cloth is tattered, and our previous presidents are just patching it. They're just patching it. They're just reboring it. You know what he came to do? He came to remove that tattered clothes. That is it. You know what will happen?
With the suffering we are facing.
That is it. We are going to suffer.
With the suffering,
we are going
with
to
the hike in food prices.
We are going to face challenges. Wait. By the time they remove your clothes, it's either rain beats you or sun beats you. You understand? So, but by the time you get a new clothes, nobody will know.
When are we getting it? Exactly my point.
By the grace of God, we are wearing.
You are not even sure.
I'm saying by the grace of God.
When's the next
no,
time?
we have the clothes already.
Okay, we have not started wearing the
But they
clothes.
have not sold it.
We are
just naked now.
We are
Sun is beating us, rain is beating us.
Wait now, we are putting this. It's with the tailor.
It's with, you have not even sewn the cloth.
No. We are taking
is this
our
not
sizes.
comedy show? And are
It's
we
not
not playing comedy right now?
It's not about playing comedy.
We're not even wearing the clothes. We are left naked. We are left stranded.
No. Whenever you want to make a change, it will happen like that way everywhere.
Why will you take off my clothes and not give me a new one?
The new one is coming.
It's coming.
Yes.
It's coming.
And that is
when is it coming,
and
sir?
that's why we are witnessing a tremendous change.
When is this change coming? In 2027?
The changes are already on.
Othello never still
I can tell you some of the changes now. If you want me to tell you, the changes are just, obviously coming our ways in Nigeria.
You said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the ultimate candidate in the next election, whether Nigerians like it or not.
I didn't say that.
You said so.
You said
we will like it.
I said we are going to like it.
Strategically,
it's going to win.
I mean, it's the same thing. It's just semantics, right?
It's not semantics. I'm not saying people should like it. We are calling on people to join hands with him. We are not saying if you like it or not.
Even if there is a merger from all other political parties, he's still going to win.
That speaks a lot. That speaks a lot. It means that no single individual among all the contestants, all the would-be contestants, can match him. That is even to tell you how good, how mighty the man is.
How did APC come about? Was there not a merger? How did we get to APC?
That is the reason why they are merging. Because they saw him as a giant.
But they merged to get APC.
That exactly.
So when you say,
it is only
how did the party APC come about?
It is yes, of course. It is about merging together.
So what are you saying?
What I'm now saying is that in that period when they merged, they have somebody who happened to be Buhari, and that person was a beneficiary of his efforts, because not until he joined hands with the set of people, they did not realize what they wanted. Now that he also wanted himself as the president, you know what happened. But it's the incumbent president. He just wanted to fulfill the constitutional, provision that he can still go for second time. So it is now it's as good as gone.
In the next 1 minute, let me ask you this question before we go, because you have to wrap up this segment of the show. There's this story on the Nigerian Tribune this morning, I told Atiku about my exit from PDP. He's leaving too, meaning Atiku is likely going to leave the PDP and join another political party. This is another cross-carpeting issue in Nigeria. Even if Atiku joins another political party, is it strong enough to fight against President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the next election, year 2027, gospel our lives?
Both of them trained in the same place. They trained with the Yaradua, so they know their strengths. Both of them. And you remember when they formed APC, Atiku will have taken the ticket, if not because Tinubu was on ground to support Buhari. So Atiku knows that the only person that can stop him is Tinubu. That's why he's embittered so well. They all know the games. They both know how they play it. But Tinubu, because of his control over Lagos times since 1999, and also influence on other states and other senators, even across the zones. So this is what made Tinubu to be super prepared. Okay. Even Atiku joins any party, he cannot match Tinubu. Mr.
Kiwale, thank you for joining
us. You
are
welcome, brother.
Good to have you in the studio.
And good to be here.
We hope that
I don't know if I satisfy your curiosity. I see Madam not
we do hope that next time.
Very well. I'm sorry. It's not disappointing.
No, you did not, sir.
Next time when you call,
Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you coming.
Welcome.
The show is still DayBreak Live on Dominion Television, your channel of choice, where inspiration meets entertainment. We now head straight for a short break. But before then, don't forget you can watch us live on our YouTube channel at Dominion Broadcast. Subscribe to that YouTube channel, and then you can also watch us live on our website at dominion.org.ng. You can also link up with us on all other social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Dominion Broadcast, and on X, formerly Twitter, at Dominion Cast. The show is still DayBreak Live on Dominion Television. We'll go on a short break, and when we return, we go straight to Trend Watch this morning. We'll be back after this time out.